Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. Today is a brand new month. It is May 1st, 2020. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and let's get into your last day of learning for this week. So as always, I'm going to start with social studies. You have a brand new unit today. You're starting lesson 1, which is called What is Culture? So today you're going to talk about everyone's different culture. Everyone has something unique about them that makes up their culture, makes them different. We're also the same. So for your jumpstart activity, you're going to talk to someone about what all people need to live. And that's going to make you realize how alike we all are. What things do you need that you could not live without, that you need to survive? You're going to read about how we are the same. Then you're going to read about what's very interesting, how we are different. It says, in my class, your friends and their parents might be from different countries, and this is true for our class as well. So I want you to think about as you're reading how the kids in your class are different and how it makes it so special in our class. And you're going to write a sentence that tells what makes your class special. Okay. For writing, as always, you should be writing for 10 or 15 minutes each day. You could choose 10 of these different writing prompts to write, 5 sentences each. If you're struggling with writing, please let me know. A great way to get started with your ideas is just to talk to someone about what you want to write about. So, for example, what do you do when one of your friends is sad? You could talk to someone about your ideas before you write. That'll help you get your ideas out. Okay, help you think about, oh, what do I do when someone is sad? Well, usually I ask them what's wrong. I try to talk to them about it. I see if maybe they want to do a different activity to get their mind off of it. And then you could take your ideas and put them into sentences. Okay, but definitely you should be writing each day just so that you stay up to date with your writing skills. All right, for foundations today, you're going to work on the suffix ed, which makes the sound id. The suffix ed comes on the end of words to show that they already happened, so it makes it past tense. So for example, let's take a look at this word here. When you tap this word, twist, okay? If you add the ed on the end, twisted, that means it already happened. I twisted my wrist. I twisted my ankle, okay? It already happened when you add that ed on the end. When you're doing these, remember that you only tap the base word, and then you simply just add the id sound on the end, okay? You're going to choose 3 of these words from above and write them in a sentence when you're finished. And your sight word today is the word many. This is a word that we already have learned in journeys, so you should be pretty familiar with this, but just do some work practicing this word. As you're writing these trick words, friends, make sure you're saying them out loud so that way they really sink in your brain and you can memorize them for when you're reading. For math today, we are done with time and we're starting shapes. So today we're going to look at 2-dimensional shapes, or what we like to call 2D shapes. We call them 2D shapes because they're flat on the paper. They don't look like they're coming out. So we have a triangle, a circle, a rectangle, and a square. And you can identify 2D shapes by looking at their sides, okay? And also looking at their vertices. That's their point. Okay, and here you can see this, the triangle has 3 vertices and it also has 3 sides. Okay, some 2D shapes have straight sides and some 2D shapes do not. So a circle, you could see a circle is one of those shapes that has no sides and it has no vertices. But all 2D shapes, and this is the part that's most important, are closed. Okay, so see how this one is not closed? That's not a 2D shape, it's not a triangle. Okay, so for your work today, you're going to simply decide if the shape is closed, and then you're going to say how many vertices or how many sides it has. So for this one, how many straight sides? You can go ahead and count 1, and I like to do this when I'm counting my shapes. Let me just show you really quick. It helps me. I like to count and mark off 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that helps me know, oh, look, I marked off 4. And same thing with my vertices. I draw little dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And is it closed? Yes, it is. Okay, so you're going to do that for the rest of your paper. And then let's get back to the rest of our work here. For numbers 4, 5, and 6, they're going to explain to you what kind of shape you're going to draw. 7, circle the closed shapes. Look at the shapes in each group. Explain how the shapes are sorted. Okay, so what is similar about group 1 and what is similar about group 2? Okay, there's something that's the same about these 2 groups. Okay, all right. And for the last part, circle 3 shapes that have the same number of vertices and sides. Circle 3 shapes that do not have any vertices. That means they have no points. Okay, vertices are another word for points. Number 11, think about a 2D shape. Write a riddle about the shape for a partner to solve. So when they say write a riddle, what they really want you to do is they want you to try to make your partner guess what shape you're talking about without giving them the name. So for example, if I said, I'm thinking of a shape that has no sides and it has no vertices, which means it has no points. So think about that for a second. It has no sides and no points. What shape would that be? Okay, that's a riddle. And by the way, it was circle, okay, because the circle has no sides and no vertices. You're going to do the same thing with the shape of your choice. Number 12, I have 4 vertices. My sides are equal. Which shape or shapes can I not be? Choose all that apply. So for this one, you're actually going to have 2 answers because see, it has that rectangle shape. All right, for language arts today, it's the last day of our story, Where Does Food Come From? That nonfiction story that we're reading. And remember, we're thinking of the author's purpose. Why did the author write this story? What did she want us to learn about? Sorry about my dog. And you're going to answer these comprehension questions about the story. Okay. If anybody needs any help with any of this work, with whether it's math, foundations, language arts, please just send me a message. I am available to help you guys. Okay. And if not, I hope you have a great weekend and I'll talk to you on Monday.